Enhancing national security and fostering economic opportunities through space-based services in focus as Defense Space Administration partners members of Nigerian Institute of Space Engineers. Federal government outlines strategic priorities for Nigerian youth in 2025 with focus on access to capital, job creation and exportation skills. Plus, Super Eagles back compatriots to succeed Victor Osimhen in getting the prestigious CAF Men's Footballer of the Year award. Details and more on News Panorama with me, Ayodeji Makinde. Now, in a major gain for the Tinubu administration's oil sector reforms, Nigeria's Oriental Energy Resources Limited has unveiled a $315 million floating production, storage and offloading vessel in Dubai to boost Nigeria's oil production capacity. Vice President Kashim Shettima described the facility as more than just a maritime infrastructure project, but a pointer to the success of Tinubu's reforms in Nigeria's growing global influence. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
It's a monstrous masterpiece, the best of its kind to be acquired by an indigenous oil production company.
The vessel, with a storage capacity of 1 million barrels, which will kick off with an initial production of 17,000 barrels per day before increasing its production capacity to 30,000 barrels per day, is expected to depart for Nigeria in the first quarter of 2025 and commence production at the Okok oil field in the first half of 2025. Vice President Kashim Shettima pointed out that what sets Nigerians apart is not merely the audacity of their ambition, but their unique understanding of where the world is heading to.
We are redefining our master plan for economic growth. I assure you that Nigeria stands ready to support interventions like this, which align with our vision for expanding hydrocarbon exploration, storage, and refining. This FPSO bezel symbolizes a future where Nigerian ingenuity meets global demands and will be here every step of the way to ensure its utility and success.
The vessel is a critical link in Nigeria's ambition to optimize productivity, enabling the country to become a central hub for hydrocarbon demands in both domestic and global markets, commending Mohammed Indemi for his remarkable contributions to the industry.
14 years ago, we commissioned one big one here, Nok Adom. And 12 years ago, we commissioned one big one, which is working right now, the same size with this, in China.
You know, when the statement is made, you don't appreciate the statement. But when you understand the idea of the level of investment that has been made to achieve this, and the amount of local content that was added to achieve this, and the amount of believing in Nigeria to add the local content to achieve this, that is when you will give kudos to this gentleman for believing in Nigeria.
This would stimulate economic growth. This would stimulate job opportunities to many Nigerians. And indeed, this will ensure steady growth and development of the Nigerian economy.
This partnership aimed at developing the vessel to become the center of excellence not only for Nigeria, but for the entire coast of Africa. As Nigeria's home-based refineries come alive, vessels like this will be instrumental in maximizing the nation's production capacity and driving economic growth. Abraham Jubrila, NTA News.
Panorama now continues in our Kaduna Network Center, and Salamatu will take it from here.
Very much, and good afternoon. Information managers from across the country have departed Kaduna, venue of the just concluded 48th National Council of Information, theme enhancing public information management for inclusive governance. The renewed hope agenda in focus, it was a platform for adopting far-reaching decisions aimed at reinvigorating communication channels to enhance feedback mechanism between government and citizens. These participants believe will promote accountability and good governance. How will the policies adopted at the 48th edition of the National Council on Information change the narrative in information dissemination? What makes this outing different from previous ones? This will be our focus on Panorama. The Defense Space Administration has reiterated its commitment to partnering international space agencies and investing in research with a view to enhance national security and foster economic opportunities through space-based services. The Chief of Defense Space Administration, Air Vice Marshal Lanre Oluwatoyin, affirmed this while receiving members of the Nigerian Institute of Space Engineers. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
Defense Space Administration, DSA, has become a cornerstone in harnessing space technology to enhance national security and drive economic development by leveraging satellite communication and surveillance. The DSA strengthens border security, monitors criminal activities, and improves disaster management. This not only enhances national security but also catalyzes technological advancements, empowering Nigeria to take a leading role in Africa's space economy.
The DSA were contributing in terms of support to all the operations that is going on in the country today by providing imagery of most of the operational areas and some areas of interest for the armed forces of Nigeria operations.
With a focus on space-based reconnaissance, it provides real-time intelligence to the military, enabling quick responses to threats and protecting the nation's sovereignty. Beyond security, Nigeria's space policy promotes innovation, creating a foundation for the growth of industries like telecommunications, agriculture, and resource management. The DS's efforts highlights how space can be a powerful tool for securing the present and shaping a prosperous future for Nigeria.
Talk about agriculture, talk about health, talk about security, talk about national stability, space comes to play.
The conferment of the Nigerian Institute of Space Engineers Honorary Fellowship Award on the Chief of Defense Space Administration is a testament to his contributions to the growth and development of national security. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
An army remains committed towards ending banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, and all other forms of security challenges across the country. Correspondent Haruna Muhammad reports that the Army Chief Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede made the pledge on his maiden operational visit to 1 Division Nigerian Army, Kaduna.
It is the maiden operational visit of the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Olufemi Oluyede, to 1 Division Nigerian Army, a strategic visit to enhance the operations within the general area. Having been briefed by the GOC and other commanders, the Chief of Army Staff, while addressing the troops, charged them to be decisive and go all out in bringing a quick end to all forms of banditry in the general area.
We're going to evolve new strategies to make things better in the field, get to approach our operations from a different perspective, and I hope we'll get better results.
On the adversaries, the Chief of Army Staff speaks.
They should be ready, to face a more formidable army, a more serious army, and for them to know that it's better they just pack their things and leave Nigeria for us so that we have a better country.
In line with his command philosophy, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, inaugurated the Stallion Officers' Mess, blocks of family apartments, and presented keys to the beneficiaries. The Chief of Army Staff also attended a regimental dinner for Junior Course 98 of the Armed Forces and Staff College Jaji, where he charged the junior commanders to uphold the rules of engagement and ensure national security. Haruna.
Lieutenant Megari has made history as the first female pilot in the Nigerian Navy since its inception in 1964. Defense correspondent Naja'atu Tijani reports that the Navy pilot's journey began in 2016 when she graduated from the Nigerian Defense Academy and was commissioned as a sub-lieutenant, later serving aboard the Nigerian Navy ship Unity. Commending Lieutenant Megari and presenting an award to her and other recipients at the just concluded ceremonial sunset in Port Harcourt, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, says Megari's achievement come as no surprise. The lieutenant graduated in 2016 as Best Graduating Cadet in Academics, earned the Gold Medal Navy Award, and in 2019 completed her sub-lieutenant technical course as the overall best. Moving on, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has charged junior officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces on critical and effective decision-making skills in addressing modern security challenges due to its equivocal nature. Speaking at the graduation ceremony of Junior Staff Course 98 at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College Jaji, General Musa also highlighted the importance of innovative and adaptable approaches in tackling the complex nature of today's security environment. Correspondent Haruna Muhammad tells us more.
One and all, the symbol, past Junior Staff Course.
This signifies culmination of months of intensive training of officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces defense agencies, including allied nations of Cameroon, the Gambia, and Ghana from the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, commending the college for its dedication, delivering world-class training, refining officers' skills, and fostering collaboration to tackle complex security threats, noted that this commitment aligns with his vision of building a professional, people-centered armed forces capable of fulfilling its constitutional responsibilities. He stressed that the designation of junior staff officers comes with heightened responsibilities in both field and staff roles.
Adaptability is key. As such, you ought to stay agile, innovate, evolve, and maintain the highest level of integrity always. Going forward, you will be assigned greater duties and responsibilities commensurate to your level of training as junior commanders and staff officers.
He also recognized the international students and encouraged them to maintain the bond established during their training, reiterating the importance of strategic partnerships and military collaboration in addressing shared security challenges.
It is not only just to read and understand, but also to apply. We all know the country is going through so many challenges, especially security-wise. So we need them to also come and play their own role in ensuring that we deal with this, and to also call on all Nigerians to put hands together and support the armed forces.
Junior commanders are expected to be redeployed back to the field towards ensuring national security imperative. Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
Barely a week after she bagged an honorary doctorate degree from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has been conferred with a similar award. This time honorary degree of Doctor of Administration by her alma mater, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports that she received the award at the 48th convocation ceremony of the institution.
From Owerri in Imo State to Ile-Ife, Osun State, on another visit to alma mater, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, where another honor, a doctorate degree in public administration, awaits her at the 48th convocation ceremony. The award is for those deemed eminently qualified by one of the foremost universities in the country, and a citation tracking her achievements and contributions as a philanthropist, lawmaker, and impactful alumnus of the university provided proof and showed cause for the conferment. Coming from her alma mater, the award is special, and her decoration, along with 4 other eminent Nigerians, is a call for her and other graduates to do more in the service of the country and humanity.
I would like to charge you, as you move on in life, that Nigeria should be first place on your agenda, as this nation belongs to all of us. We must all be united and committed to nurturing it to reap the good of this land. Do not be afraid to dream big and never forget love for country.
A 200 million naira endowment fund to the institution highlights our commitment to education and infrastructural development of our former school.
I was speaking to NIDA, and they have agreed to donate an innovation nest to the Faculty of Technology through National Information Technology Development Agency. We are going to try to get shuttle buses. So, and those are the ways, and you that are going, I charge you all to do the same. Don't forget the school.
You have gotten additional certificates today. Let this moment spur you to engage in rigorous thinking about what you can do to create jobs and wealth for yourselves and employ others to work for you.
Chancellor of the University and Etsunupe, His Royal Majesty Alhaji Yahaya Abubakar, urges them to deploy the skills acquired at the university to provide solutions to challenges facing the country.
You must demonstrate to the world that you are indeed truly a product of sound education. You have not just earned a higher degree, you have unlocked a world of opportunities and possibility.
I'm sure with unswerving support of the entire university community, our institutional vision and mission of transforming the institution into a cynosure of academic excellence will be a reality.
This is the 3rd honorary award to be conferred on the First Lady by Nigerian universities in the last 1 month. From Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
Watching Panorama from Kaduna Network Center, we're going on a short break. More reports ahead. Please stay tuned.
National Orientation Agency presents the grand finale of the 7 for 7 National Values Charter Campus Debate and Capacity Building Conference 2024. The value train has toured Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, and now the zonal finalists are ready to battle for the coveted trophy. Southwest, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Obomosho. South-South, Ignatius Aduru University of Education, Pawtucket. Southeast, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu. North-Central, University of Ilorin, Kwara State. Northeast, Gombe State Polytechnic, Bajoga. And Northwest, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. The topic, criticizing and dissenting peacefully while maintaining love for one's country. Join us on December 17, 2024 for a live television broadcast as these finalists battle it out for the National Campus Debate Championship and a grand prize of 20 million naira. Be a part of the action. Vote live on all National Orientation Agency social media platforms. Don't miss it. 7 for 7. Inspiring values, shaping the future.
How healthy is our healthcare system? The National Health Facility Survey 2023 reveals groundbreaking insights into the state of healthcare delivery in Nigeria. Join key stakeholders, policymakers, and health experts as they delve into the findings of the survey and discuss the future of healthcare in Nigeria. From infrastructure gaps to successes in service delivery, we explore the numbers, the impact, and what lies ahead for Nigerians. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Educative and incisive as ever. Join us.
The federal government of Nigeria wants vandals of national assets, electricity transmission towers, cables and other facilities to desist from this act of sabotage. Vandalism is a serious crime punishable under the law. Vandalizing electrical equipment will affect millions of Nigerians, including your loved ones. Remember that national assets belong to all of us, hence the need to protect them. Report all cases of suspicious movement around electrical facilities to security agencies. When you see something, say something. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation in collaboration with the National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, Office of the National Security Advisor.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Bonvita, prepare them to win every day.
National Council on Information Conference was concluded last Friday in Kaduna, where stakeholders adopted the revised National Information Policy document to enhance effective information dissemination on government policies and programs. Muhammad Umarajingi completed this report.
Few days ago, Kaduna State hosted the 48th National Council on Information Conference, bringing together key stakeholders in the Nigerian information sector, including commissioners of information from across the country and heads of parastatals under the Ministry of Information.
We are here today in Kaduna to look at the policy direction of information sector in the country, vis-a-vis the development in the country, technology-wise, and also the right of Nigerians to free information, access to information. And for us in the NTA, it is very, very key and important that we have to be part and parcel of the policy formulation.
As we engage, we are reminded of the pivotal role of information management in actualizing the renewed hope agenda of this present administration. A government cannot be truly inclusive if its policies and programs are not effectively communicated or widely understood by the citizenry.
Key players from the film industry also participated in the event, adopting the newly reviewed national policy document.
Our industry, film industry, is very versatile, and as you can see, it's mainly the occupants of the industry. 90 to 91, 92% are mainly youths, and at least this is the best place to disseminate any information.
On the second day of the event, the Minister of Information and National Orientation led the delegation to Kaduna State Government House, where they met with the members of the State Executive Council.
Those of us in the information ecosystem are paying very close attention to what is happening in Kaduna State, because once Kaduna sneezes, the entire northern region catches cold. Therefore, we feel extremely happy with the kind of management that we're seeing happening in this state.
Government is about the people. We are servants of the people. We must therefore ensure we involve the people in our decision-making processes. Our information management system must be structured in a way that information will reach different audiences.
Though the event has come and gone, it is expected to chart a new course for the nation's information dissemination, fostering unity and promoting a better understanding of government policies. In Kaduna, I'm Muhammad Umarajingi, NTA News.
With me in the studio to further discuss the outcome of that meeting is the Managing Director, Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Ahmed Miyaki. Sir, you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much. Salamatu.
Now, for 6 consecutive years, National Council on Information failed to meet. But the current Minister of Information summoned the courage to call for the meeting. How do you describe the step taken by the Minister?
Well, for me, I'm not surprised for taking that bold step, because the minister is also a member of the industry. Okay. He has paid his dues. He's into all sectors of journalism. He's into print. He's into public relations. He's into also the broadcast media. So he's actually an actor. Yeah. He is a well-bred. Some of us are his products. He has mentored some of us, in journalism. So we're not surprised. Over time, people outside the industries were appointed as ministers of information. And of course, this time is a complete departure of what you have in the past. So I'm not totally surprised. This is a bold step. When you have somebody who is rightfully qualified to do a job, you will always get it done.
So can you tell us the policies adopted from that meeting?
Well, not policies. We had memos.
Okay.
For the 48 Council of Information, we had 23 memoranda that were submitted, some by the Honorable Minister himself, some by state governments, like the state of Zamfara, the state of Nasarawa, Akwa Ibom, and some other states that made submission, like Kano as well. A total number of 23 memos were actually, presented for consideration, and out of this number, 19 of the memos were adopted, and then 4 were stepped down. And part of these 19 memos that are so critical to information management, like what we have, being reactionary to public policy communication, where the public, the citizens are always left without, a feedback. The whole idea is to have some of these memo seeking to give room for the members of the public who are the recipients of this information to ensure they participate in the process, so that there's a feedback, and then it becomes a proactive way of engaging the public, rather than being reactionary. There were also memos that were considered that seeks to also change the cadre of information officers, to what we have currently.
We really wish you can go on and on, but we are time bound now. We promise to have you here again. Thank you for coming, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And that concludes Panorama today from Kaduna Network Center. Thanks for watching.